Loading snacks. What it do, snackers and snackettes and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. I'm here at AwesomeCon 2021.
AwesomeCon!
I appreciate that. I appreciate you and I appreciate you. Listen, we are making the rounds in this particular row. Like, we cannot stop ourselves. Everything in this row is cool. We found something else that's cool. So now we want to introduce and bring that thing to you. Do me a favor. Introduce yourself to everybody who is watching.
All right. Okay, so my name is Fabrice Sapolsky. I'm this guy. And originally, that's why it's here, I'm the co-creator of Marvel's Spider-Man Noir. This guy.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
In and of itself.
Yes. But I mean, that was then.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that I could give life to Spider-Man Noir with my friend David Hine, who co-created the character with me. But then, like, it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Water under the bridge, a lot of things, a couple creator owns, and now I have my own publishing company.
Awesome.
Called Fair Square Comics.
Fair Square Comics. Okay.
And Fair Square Comics is what we call comics for the rest of us.
Sure. Okay.
It's a company that highlights and prioritizes content and creator that are either immigrants, minorities, and more generally underrepresented categories creators.
Awesome. Okay.
But where we differentiate ourselves from the other guys is that with us, everyone keeps their rights. We're not interested in taking a chunk of anybody's rights because I have my own IPs.
Yeah.
And we have a color system.
Yeah.
that I can show here.
Okay.
You have 3 colors. You have Fair Square Green, which is for the IPs that are owned by either me or Fair Square Comics.
Okay.
You have Fair Square Purple, which is for our creator friends that are keeping all their rights, but they're published through us.
Sure.
And you have Fair Square Blue, which is for a magazine that we're going to talk about in a second, and for third-party publishers from everywhere else on the planet that we're going to bring into the United States.
Wow.
Now, we are starting like very seriously. We started last year with a couple of Kickstarters and it went really well. But this year we're like taking it to the next level.
Okay.
We have a contract with Diamond for distribution, Diamond Comics for distribution.
Okay.
And we are re-releasing our hit of early 2021, and it is Noir's New Black.
Yes.
So, I mean, that is actually the collector edition. That one will not be sold in the store. It's like the ones it's what I call the leftovers. It's very deluxe leftovers from the Kickstarter. But actually the book is going to be this.
Okay.
And it's a 148 pages book with 16 noir stories from 40 very wonderful black creators.
Yeah.
Their names are here.
We know a few of them.
We know a few of them. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that book is literally a blessing and a miracle.
Yeah.
And it's the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
Because it started out of like frustration after what happened to George Floyd.
Yeah.
And I was extremely frustrated. And then I had a conversation with my friend TC Harris. And TC said to me like, look, man, if you want to do something that you know how to do, and that would be comics.
Right.
So together, him and myself, we put together this collection, and I mean, it was kind of a miracle because when we started the Kickstarter, we had 0 pitches.
Yeah.
And we had just people who had like given like a verbal agreement, and then we went up to $48,000.
Wow. Yeah.
And the creators materialized, and we put the book together in 5.5 months, which is very short for a collection of that size. And the names that we have attached. So it really is a miracle. And so now the book is going to be re-released in its new version, its new printing through Diamond. It's going to be available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, all the comic book stores everywhere on the planet, starting September 15th of this year.
Okay. That's soon.
That's very soon.
That's soon, yeah.
Now it's just the first book that comes from our agreement with Diamond.
Yeah.
A month later, on October 20th, my creator-owned series Intertwine, which is a kung fu noir book.
Yeah.
And again, it's like it's a hero's journey from the perspective of an immigrant, something that I know something about.
Okay.
Being an immigrant myself, and it comes back on October 20th, and it will be a new cover, more pages. I mean, the previous edition had been published by Dynamite, but we were not quite satisfied with the choices that had been made. We got our rights back, and now it's the definitive edition. It's the edition that me and my co-creator really wanted to have.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Why Noir? Like, what is it about Noir for you?
So, what is about Noir is about, I would say, about everything. Like, the Noir genre is extremely rich, and it's also something that I am identified with because of Spider-Man.
Sure.
And I do other things. I mean, like One Hit Wonder, for example, here, that comes back to the stores in January of next year.
Is that also through Diamond when it comes back to stores? Okay.
Absolutely. It's a crime comedy book.
Yeah.
So there's nothing noir about it.
Okay.
But for some reason, people react better and like I'm more enthusiastic when I come up with something noir. So while Transfer Comics is not a noir company per se, there will always be noir books at the company because of my personal history. And I guess, like, you know, noir is a French word, and I'm French, so that probably makes sense. So Kung Fu Noir, Intertwine, and then the big adventure starts on November 3rd with the launch of Mutiny. So this is issue 0. Issue 0 has been kickstarted very successfully, over $20,000 in May. With 5 covers that you can see here. And issue 1 is going to be with 4 covers. One from Derek Robertson, one from issue 1. That is issue 0.
These are 0.
This is
you
issue
have
0.
4 for 0?
I have 5 for 0, and 4 for 1. Let me show you. Can I show at the camera?
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to show you guys the cover A for issue 1.
While you're getting that information, talk to me. What is Mutiny magazine?
So Mutiny magazine is mainstream and independent comics in one inclusive magazine. The idea here is, because the market has changed drastically in 2020.
Sure.
A lot more people are taking a look at what us independents are doing. So my idea was like, all right, when you go to a comic book store now, you don't have this whole section of independents in the back. Now it's in the front. So there's more and more comics, and you need a tool for curation. That would be Mutiny.
Got it.
But Mutiny is also an avenue for independent creators, because it's not just information and interviews and features. It's also 60 pages of original, unpublished comic stories from diverse creators. So my take is, you might buy this for a J. Scott Campbell cover, for a Spawn cover, for a Crisscross cover, or for a Layla Lace cover, but what you will find inside are creators you never heard about, but you will absolutely love. And that's the virtues of curation.
I like that.
And so we started like, this is the proof of concept with issue 0, and then issue 1 comes in November, and here's the cover to issue 1.
Oh, shoot.
I think you recognize this guy, right?
Oh, shoot. Okay, so listen. So clearly, you know some folks. And you have some buy-in.
I do, because I'm also, that's the added value on top. I'm also an editor, not just for myself, but like, I was an editor for many publishers, both sides of the Atlantic. And now I'm also like doing editing for heavy metal. Like I just added that recently to my to my workload. I'm also editing for heavy metal. So not only like I keep having folks like that I meet on a regular basis, because I've been in this business for 25 years, but also on top of that, I'm welcoming, and I welcome new creators with talents. I'm doing portfolio reviews whenever like I have the chance to. I get a lot of, it's like a nexus, you know. I like to be a connector.
Listen, we like to do the same thing. If somebody is looking to connect with you, if somebody wants to find out more information, or if they are interested in Fair Square Comics, publishing, how do they do that?
Very easy. Either they scan this It's QR code that will take them to the link tree where everything is there. But I always give my phone number.
Do you?
So that people can text me directly, and I answer it. The phone number is 323-405-9401. 323-405-9401. If you want to converse with me, talk comics, have more information about what I'm doing as Fair Square Comics, as Fabrice Sapolsky as a creator, or through heavy metal, don't hesitate. You can text me, you can write me, you can whatever. I'm on all social media, and I answer myself.
Okay.
And it's very important to keep it real, to keep it grounded.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just like you guys. Like I'm in the trenches. I love going to conventions. And I guess this is what it is. I mean, I'm not in my tower waiting for something to happen.
Right, you're down here.
I'm down here with the people.
I love it. I love it, man. Listen, I think this is super exciting. I'm very interested in seeing where this goes from here. Like clearly, this is the start of something that is going to be much bigger.
Yes,
and I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. And I've heard when I started this journey with Fair Square Comics, the idea at first was just to have a home for my own IPs.
Sure.
And then like Northern Black made everything different because it allowed me to. I understood
creators,
that not only it would have to be kind of a harbor for myself, but also a home for people like us. And that's why comics for the rest of us. Got it,
man. Like I said, I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time. Listen.
Thank you, everyone.
It's still early. It's still day one. We have 2 more to go, and we have so much more to see. You guys make sure you stay tuned. With this, I'm out. Toodles and loos. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.